Welcome, Jane and Susie. Thank you very much for chatting to me this morning. So it's nice to introduce you to everybody out there, the two physios that help to keep our students performing at their best.
Okay, well, I can make a start. Mine's actually about sleep, which might sound a bit funny, but my top tip for wellbeing is to make sure that you get enough sleep. And that should be between at least 8 to 10 hours a night. And that is so important for what we call repair and recovery. So that means that you can dance at your best. And we know there's that big temptation, particularly at the moment, to be on our devices a lot and also maybe being on our devices still quite late in the evening. But it's really making sure that you come off your device in good time, at least an hour or more before you go to bed, and try and get that, at least that 8 to 10 hours. And we do know that if dancers don't get enough sleep, this increases some risks for them. If they get less than 8 hours sleep a night, they're 1.7 times of greater risk of injury. We often find that they don't focus, their attention isn't quite good, and maybe some of just general kind of muscle soreness from their day-to-day training activities can also be increased. So sleep is really important. Yeah.
So I would definitely agree with sleep. That's when your body's repairing itself and getting yourself ready. So often it's when you make the training gains as well. So I think that's a great tip to start with. I wanted to say, because I also teach anatomy to the students, that it's really good to understand your body and all the muscles. And we often talk about the layers of muscles. And I think it's really good to focus on strength rather than stretch. Learn, my advice would be like, learn to use the little muscles, and we have lots of layers of muscles, and they're the deep, sort of often the stabilizers like the core and the muscles that are close to your joints. Just learn how to use those and understand where they are, I think is really important. They're what is going to give you some protection for your joints. Yeah.
Yeah, and exactly like Jane's saying, that often people think, the more dancing they do, the better they'll get. But actually, it's really kind of finding that balance of what you do inside the studio and what you do outside of the studio. So looking at the things that support your technique. An exercise that we love, Jane, isn't it, is the calf raise.
So it's something that really important, because a lot of dancers get lower limb injuries. So we think the best exercise that gives you best bang for your buck are calf raises. So we sort of like the dancers to do 32 good quality, aiming for 32 good quality single calf raises on each leg. So that's going up on your toe. Which is quite challenging, but it's a sort of a policy that we have at the school. New Zealand Ballet do the same thing. Australian Ballet have had some really great success by implementing this, and it's just keeping a good load on the tendons of the lower leg, which is really, really important for tendon health. So we think that's one of the best exercises that we could probably think of. If we had to choose one, that would be it.
Those are three simple and easy to remember tips from both of you. So thank you very much for sharing that.
Thanks, Tony.
Great to talk to you, Tony. And we look forward to, just seeing anyone that wants to audition for the school. And